Royal family, what up, though? Huh? What's up, y'all? All right, so today, we're gonna be talking about just not letting people rush your timeline. Moving at your own speed. So, what do you exactly mean by this royal mind? Like, what are you talking about, Trey? Huh? What are you talking about? What I'm talking about is this. I I want the royal family, right? I want y'all to understand this. I need y'all to stop letting people make you feel bad for not having kids. Like, seriously, like, every time somebody reaches a certain age, people start acting like there's this invisible countdown clock. Like, where's your kids at? When are you having babies? You ain't got no kids yet? And I'm sitting there like, why are you concerned? Like, really? Like, why do you want grandchildren so damn bad, huh? Are you gonna help me take care of these kids? Like, yeah, they're fun. You probably gonna hang out with them a couple days, maybe a week, maybe a month. But you ain't about to help me take care of this kid. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people with children want us single people to have kids as well. But here's the thing. Here's one important thing that y'all missed. If we have kids, y'all are gonna lose y'all babysitters. you know. No, but all corny jokes aside, having children is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make, right? This is not just choosing what restaurant to eat at or, choosing which shoes we're going to buy. This is a human life. This is a commitment that can change the direction of your future forever. You have to move completely different once you have children, right? You have less freedom. Let's be real. You have less freedom. You have more obligation, more responsibility. And royal family, like, I have no problem being the rich uncle. Some of y'all rather be the rich auntie. That's cool. You spoil the kids, give them gifts, take them places, and then you respectfully return them to their parents. Like, that's me, bro. That's me. Like, I love kids. I love kids. Like, so many people are like, "Oh, Trey, you should have your own kids. I feel like you would be a good dad." The thing I be getting attached to kids. Like, I've always been like that. They get attached to me. I get attached to them. You feel me? I rather go hang out with a kid, rather I hang out with, like, sometimes you deal with your exes and stuff like that. You get attached to the niece or whatever, the nephew. Like, I get it, bro. Having kids is a blessing, man. It really is. Like, shout out to all the fathers, all the mothers out there, all the mother figures, the grandmas, the grandpas, Shout out to everybody that got kids or taking care of loved ones. But I don't know. On a serious note, I think a lot of people rush into parenthood without thinking about the long-term consequences. Especially when they choose the wrong person. That's a topic nobody ever wants to discuss. But, like, let's be for real. If you choose the wrong person, like, that's like a life of hell, life of torment. You can't even stand this person no more. You fell out of love with this person. They're just making your life miserable. They won't let you see the kids. They're lying on you. They're making life difficult. Lying to you, lying to the kids about you. It's just like, man, you gotta really be careful who you have kids with, bro. No one really be talking about baby mama drama, baby daddy drama, custody battles, years of stress, conflict, emotional exhaustion, bro. Like, this is tiring, bro. It's a lot. So yeah, royal family, like, y'all have to choose the mother or father of your children wisely. And honestly, like, if you're not married, you shouldn't be having a baby at all. Like, no husband, no wife, no baby. Very simple math. That baby mama, baby daddy drama looks like hell nowadays anyway. It just looks like hell, and it's only going to get worse as time progresses. But I'm a little too far ahead. Let me Let me come back to the present. But y'all can already see it. It's only gonna get worse. That baby mama, baby daddy dramas. That's nah. You don't want that going forward. You don't. We gotta break that curse. We gotta break that curse, man. Because that decision alone, like that affects your peace, your finances, your opportunities, your emotional health, your overall future. You know, you'd be dealing that with you're gonna be dealing with that for years, decades. And you know, that's why I don't like really understand why some people treat it so casually. You know, like if you're gonna bring life into this world, be intentional, be thoughtful, responsible. You know, don't let loneliness make the decision, or lust, or pressure, you know, family pressure, like, hey, give me a son, give me a grandson, give me a daughter. Like don't let external people, external things sway you to make an impulsive decision that you're gonna later regret. I got friends like that. Like, you know, they were pressured to having a baby. They had the baby and they're terrible parents. Like they're still young, or they're grown, right? Some of them like grown ass adults, and it's like they weren't ready. Like they feel like they didn't get to really live out their 20s. They didn't get to live out their 30s, and they're bitter, they're resentful, like they treat the kids like crap, or they still want to go run the streets, they still want to have a life. But it's like, no, you can't have a life anymore. You have life that you need to take care of, you know. These are consequences. You know, don't let social media influence you, because man, sometimes like it's rare, you know, but sometimes, man, I be seeing babies on my damn Instagram. I be having baby fever. No, you look at my lady and be like, yeah, I gotta get you knocked up real quick. You know, but man, don't like be wise, bro. Be wise. You know, you want to make sure that you're with somebody who shares the same values as you, who has the same character, who has, you know, like whose vision aligns with yours. You know, I don't know, some people will hear this and get offended, but I'm just keeping it real. I'd rather you like have the knowledge now and you apply it now versus going out there into the real world or doing these things and regretting it. And I could say this because I have so many friends who regret it. Like they like, don't get me wrong, they all say I love my children so much, I love my kids, and I believe them. But if they can go back in time, yes, a lot of them be saying like, I wish I would have never got pregnant. I wish I would have finished school. I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have traveled. They all be saying that. So I'm just keeping it G real with y'all. Like these are things that we need to talk about so you know what you're missing. Like if you know you're like, it's like, hey, I'm gonna have this kid. I don't care to travel the world. I just want to have a kid. I want to raise a family. Cool, perfect. At least you know what you're getting yourself into. But I think a lot of times we romanticize certain outcomes and certain possibilities, and it doesn't end up happening like that, and we become bitter. We feel like we've been conned, or like the family's like, yeah, I'm gonna help you. Are they really going to help you? Are they really going to be there? Like for real, for real. The same people pressuring you to have a baby, once the baby pops out, are they going to be there for a week and then dip? I've heard too many stories, so I just want y'all to be like prepared. Now, moving on to my kings and my princes. I want y'all to have bougie dick. Don't just be hooking up with any and everybody. Y'all don't want to just be having kids with just anyone. A lot of these women will try and trap you, especially if they know you're a good man. If you got it going on, they'll try to marry you quick or get a baby out of you. So be careful. Okay? So royal family, like I just want the best for y'all. I want my kings and queens moving with wisdom. I want y'all traveling, exploring the world, building businesses, paying off debt, strengthening your relationship with God, growing mentally, spiritually, emotionally, becoming the best version of yourselves, you know? Because ultimately, the truth is, there's no prize in rushing. There is no trophy for having a child before you're ready. There's no reward for creating a difficult situation that could have been avoided through patience and discernment. There's that word again. Oh, and another thing, let's stop pretending that people without children don't know how to nurture. I've met so many people who don't have children themselves, but maybe they had siblings, or even if they were the only child, they know how to nurture. They've nurtured animals, they've nurtured their nieces, their nephew, their cousins. Like, come on now. We know how to nurture. Because that's another argument too. Like, oh, how are you supposed to learn how to love or take care of something if you don't have a baby? We know. That's why y'all be pressuring us to have kids, because y'all know we will be good parents. We would be like, that's another reason why some of us don't have kids is because we know the amount of sacrifice it would take to raise up like one hell of a person, one hell of a daughter, one hell of a man, right? We would pour so much love and resources into our child. We know the amount of sacrifice it would take, and some of us don't want to make that sacrifice. We'd rather just spend the energy on ourselves. We'd rather invest in ourselves. But trust me, if we did, trust me, our kid would become excellent. You feel me? They would be excellent. And I see it with some of y'all. Like, some parents that I meet, I'd be like, damn, like, your kid got it going on. You got your kid doing this. You got your kid in this, involved in this. Like, you're pushing your kid to the max. And you see that these parents be working their ass off, doing everything in their power to make sure that their kid is in the best possible predicament. That's how I would be. And a lot of us, we know the amount of sacrifice. And sometimes we look at that and be like, all right, I'm just going to live vicariously through you. But I'm not going to take that on. I'm not going to take on that responsibility. But and some of y'all got pets. These dogs and cats are your babies, and everyone knows it. Your pet's got all these cool toys and clothes. They part of the family, so I get it. But yeah, real family, whether you decide to have children one day or not, that's your business. The goal isn't to follow somebody else's timeline. Don't feel like you need to have a baby right now because people in your circle are pressuring you to have a kid. Like, nah, screw them. You do what's best for you. The goal is to follow God's timing. Some people are called to parenthood early, some later, some never. But whatever path you choose, make sure it's your choice and not the result of some pressure from people who won't have to even live with the consequences. So stop letting people rush your timeline, all right? Your life is not behind. You're not behind schedule. God's still writing the story. Until then, y'all, keep leveling up. Please like, subscribe, share this video. Check the links in the description. If you want to book a one-on-one consultation with me, go ahead, feel free to do so. We can map it out. We can trap it out. You can vent. You can get some things off your chest. It's whatever. Instagram is in the description. But until next time, man, y'all, keep leveling up. I hope y'all, remain safe. Y'all stay blessed, all right? Peace out.